Hey folks, it's Babbaginator. We're in the long dark. Sounds terrible out there. Yeah, we're not going to get out there. Okay. Not dead yet. Thanks for the hydrate. I have mostly unpacked. I've left 4 boxes of books still packed up because I just don't see the point of unpacking things that I'm not going to be able to use during, most likely won't get to during the 4 months that I'm here. So, but other than that, I'm mostly unpacked. Thanks for the hydrate roller. Good to see you. We are still alive. Yeah, I have my essentials. But yeah, in a little bit I'll share the photos of what it looks like. I'm actually pleasantly surprised at how much I can fit into this space. I was worried when I first moved in. I was thinking might be a little bit tight, but actually there's a surprising amount of storage. So things have worked out. Welcome in, Rootbeard. Good to see you as well. I think we just need to recover we're not going to recover our condition, but we can recover our stamina. We should probably get used to not sleeping 10 hours and instead sleeping like 9 or something. Two pieces of cloth. And we keep forgetting to put these guys down. Okay, let's try to fix this thing. Oh, we need a sewing kit. We can't fix anything. Who are we kidding? We don't have a sewing kit. Uh-oh. I think we were... Do we want to grab... I think we wanted to grab our stuff. Where did we leave it? We leave it in the other one? I think we left it in the other one. Okay, quick look at Bunny. $54. Okay. Yeah, we made all the effort to come over here and then realized we left our hides somewhere else. I'm hoping it's in the other mine. And we just have to pop back. Quick trip. We didn't leave anything behind. What? More coal? We didn't leave it here. I think we left it. I think we left it in this one. Oh no. Ah. Curse you. Lost another torch. Another match wasted. So as you can tell from my background, I still have not figured out what to do with the wall above my bed, in my bedroom. It is perfectly empty and boring. Hey, welcome in, Zach. Good to see you. Let's see, we left everything here. Now we have to wait for the storm to pass. Maybe we'll cover here. Okay. Yeah, welcome in. If you're new to this stream, I am... Yep. I'm not boy, I'm bio. There we are. I'm a writer who's a streamer. I'm the author of 2 books of poetry. I'm also a former computer games programmer and a longtime TLD player and a longtime D&D fan and DM. So we talk about lots of cool stuff on this channel. At least I think it's cool, somewhat geeky. Tabletop role-playing games, fantasy and sci-fi, the history of artificial intelligence, poetry and translation. And the challenge we're currently doing is we're doing Dead World 2.0. This was from a tournament, a TLD tournament a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. I lost track. I was unable to participate due to scheduling issues, so I figured since we were doing a different challenge up until recently, I would give this one a try. So basically, this is Dead World with birch bark. Yeah, everything is dead. No hunting. Makes me sad. Try to survive as long as we can. No condition recovery, but except with birch bark and stems. So we're going to try to do a little sleeping here. And bounce back. Well, we're not going to bounce back condition-wise, but we'll recover our energy. Hopefully we'll... I want to say hopefully we'll outlast that storm. Limited time for living. Yes, indeed. Okay, we're just going to run it. Come on, don't get stuck on terrain. So Zach, are you also playing? I'm not certain if I've caught you before. And right now as well. Okay. Well, I'm gonna drop all this stuff here into craft what we can. Try to get some stuff ready. I'm low on matches, so I really don't want to start a match and then lose it as soon as we leave here. So, part of what I'm trying to do here. 5 matches left. We still don't have any... What are we doing for tinder plugs? Got none. Okay, so I guess we have to make some of these. Yeah, finally. Okay, we're gonna grab our guts and hides on the other side, and then we're gonna push through into... Where are we going next? Guess we're going into coastal high... Well, we're going into whatchamacallit, Crumbling Highway. We'll grab a box of matches. Or did we already grab those matches? Excuse me, I want to check this out. Okay, we haven't been there yet. Okay. So we can get extra matches in Crumbling Highway, hopefully. Oh, since you're also playing, we'll give you a shout out as well. It's not a terribly exciting clip there. Oh well. You've killed the bear and you just get that clip instead. Yeah, exactly. Well, to be honest, a lot of my clips, I had to go back, watch the VOD, find something clip-worthy, add it into the clips. Because trying to rely on people to clip is... You end up with half a dozen, like, kind of dud clips that aren't really that exciting. Because people accidentally clip things all the time, so... At least that's what it seems like. I don't understand the reasoning for why something got clipped. So we're going to go to the cave, we're going to build a fire. Pull some new torches. We might end up using this as a base of operations for a little bit. We do need the food, so let's go grab that deer. We can also hope for something in the basement. Yeah, hunting's not going to make any difference here. So how long have you played, Zach? How long have you been playing TLD? I think we'll take these with us. Two and a half years. Are you mostly playing Stalker or Interloper, or do you have or do you jump around between different settings? When I started off, I was playing mostly Stalker. Like I started with the story mode, and then I kind of got stuck at some point, or bored, I can't remember, frustrated probably. And I switched out and started playing survival mode, and I fell in love with survival mode. I played Stalker for a long time, for like, I think I had around 750 hours in Stalker. And then ended up taking a break for a while. And then I somehow fell into watching people streaming The Long Dark, and decided that I wanted to play again. So I started playing, and I played a little bit more Stalker, and then I saw a lot of people were playing Interloper, and I thought, you know, I wonder if it's worth trying Interloper now. I think maybe I'm ready for it. And I failed a lot when I first started playing Interloper. I failed an awful lot. But I eventually got a whole handle on things, and now Interloper's my preferred setting. And I have let's see, what am I at now? I think I probably have over 2,000 hours in Interloper. Just a lot. Yeah, Loper, like, what I love about the game is that every setting, like, there's a setting for everyone. There's a part of me that just enjoys exploration, and so if I want to do that, I can play Pilgrim or Voyager, and that's perfectly fine. If I want to deal with a lot of wolves, there's a setting for that too, right? If I want to punish myself, there's Interloper, and if I truly want to punish myself, I can set up a custom run like I'm doing right now, and try even more difficult settings to see how I feel about it. We're low on water. Let's see, 1 minute. What I like about this particular challenge is that I don't have to deal with wildlife, because Dead World is all the wildlife is gone, so everything has a 0 spawn rate. That means you can only find carcasses. You can't find wolves. You can't find moose. There's nothing to hunt. I'm collecting the feathers because I might make just a trophy bow at some point. Okay. We're going back to the cave, not so much because we need to sleep, although we probably could get some sleep, but because it's not really efficient for us to travel without light. And if the wind keeps picking up like this, we will be without torch. Plus it's getting colder. But we do need to get a coastal highway. Oh, you know what? Take that back. We should go to the basement. That's where we should go. We'll do up to 45. Okay. Okay, under 45, we should move slightly better. Yeah, it's weird not having to worry about wolves. Dead World creates this illusion of safety. But to kill a moose, yeah. Killing the moose with the rifle, much easier than trying to kill the moose with the bow. The bow is like, I don't know, unless you're super, super lucky and get a crit. It's, well actually, the moose only dies on a crit. But you can hunt the moose and with the bow. It usually takes 5 to 7 shots to take down the moose. Eventually you'll get a good shot. But, yeah. Here, we're gonna spend the night in this one. Because hopefully there's some more cloth. Maybe a sewing kit. Let's see. More flares. Have you killed your first moose yet? 2.5 years? You probably killed a moose by now. keep going or not keep going? That is the question. We can use a lot of fuel and sleep out overnight, or we could stay in here. I think we're going to stay in here. Gotta get to Coastal Highway and get all that food. Right now we're just running on empty. Let's go with 7 hours this time. Did we forget to... We did. We forgot to put all this stuff down. Wasted another chance to cure stuff. Yeah, that was my mistake. Okay. Oops, wrong way. Hey, we're well fed. Okay, now we actually get... Well, that's not going to last, is it? Well, I guess we can make it last with a tea. Or we can see if there's any food in here. Come on, food. Come on, food. Can't make this work. Yeah. Our hope is that we can get enough food in us. We still have a stem, so we can bounce back here, but we need to get to the cave. There should be another pack of matches there. Hopefully. Not always. And we'll be able to start a fire. It was worth coming here. That's better than matches. Oh, look at us. Bad, bad, bad. We're still going to be in crappy condition when we're done. Okay, don't die, Astrid. Okay, we're not dead. Not dead yet. But we did have to use her stem to get out of that one. No! I was about ready to go again. Ah! Ah! It stirred up again. Here I was thinking would be okay. We're gonna lose our well-fed. Easy come, easy go. Okay, we'll drink a tea. What do we got? 202 calories. It just does not let up. It's just always miserable. Hmm. 130. Well, we got visibility. Okay. Try to get out of here. Oh, okay, so the storm stopped. We might be able to grab something off the beach. What is this? Okay. Let's cook this fish. Okay, let's try. See if we get something else here. We'll take those. Okay, let's see what we got here. Don't eat crunchy stuff on the crunchy stuff? What if I want English style fish and chips? Oops. Okay. We're not going to be able to keep well fed. No, 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 I just ate raw food. No, no. I thought it had finished cooking and reflex kicked in. We're dead. Now we're really dead. Wow. We don't even have tea to save ourselves now, so we're just going to take condition loss and die. No. And the wind picked up, of course. I know. I just was on autopilot when I stuck the fish in my mouth. That was just bad. I didn't think the wind had blown out the fire. Like, it looked like... And it wasn't until I saw too late that it said paused. The fire went out, like the fish stopped cooking, then the fire went out. Usually it's the fire goes out, then the fish stops cooking. Order of operations, folks. Yeah. Commuter's lament. Yes, I'm lamenting already. Okay, let's see what we got here. Someone got antibiotics for us? Where are we doing this? I don't know. Force of habit. Yeah, this was almost a viable run. Almost. And I messed it up. I don't hate this, honestly. I think I will make another attempt. I mean, I miss hunting, but there's no pressure on you. You're just trying to make it as long as you can. And clearly, like, for a first try, there were things that I definitely would have done differently, you know, on a second try, so... Get out of the... Let's hope there's antibiotics somewhere. Gonna go straight to the bathroom. See if we find some antibiotics. They don't have a medicine cabinet. What's up with that? That's not good. Yeah, we finally found some clothes. We had everything coming together, and then we ate the stupid fish. More matches is good. Yeah, we're gonna die. We're gonna die. Oh, looky look. We can find a fireplace. This place is not going to have a fireplace, is it? Let's go check and see if we can find, antibiotics in the bathroom. Oh, medicine cabinet. Nope. I mean, honestly, other stuff is coming together quite nicely. We just messed up on the fish. Finally at 10. Mariners. More matches. Oh, Astrid, I really wanted you to succeed, but this is not looking good. Sounds like the wind died down. What? We're out of tinder? No. We'll die making tinder. Let's see if we can avoid death. I don't think we can. I think we're definitely on track to die here. No, 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 no. What? No, no, no. Did I just cancel? Arrgh. Me and my trigger finger here. Trying to kill myself. Where did I leave all my stuff? I guess I should stop worrying about that. I think we left it in the other house. Don't think we made it. We're not gonna make it. We don't even have any food anymore. Okay. Goodbye, Astrid. Starved to death? I think I have a much better idea of like what we should have done. But yeah, so definitely there are things that I need to keep in mind about the fact that we can't recover our condition at all. Bye. Okay, so cold is brutal, fatigue is brutal, everything is bad. And the fact that you don't recover at all when you rest at night really messes with the strategies you use in the other settings. Let's see here. We're going to try this one more time. Astrid. And we're going to go Dead World 2.02. Second attempt. Where are we? Oh, well, we'll take that. Okay, so we are back to doing day 0. Where are we? Coastal Highway. Okay. Spawned in a blizzard, but we spawned next to shelter. That's as cushy as you can get. The only thing that would be better is if we actually had, like, clothing waiting for us inside here. Or extra matches. Oh. Speaking of clothing. What do we have here? Do we have at least matches? Nope, we have nothing. Okay, so I think what we can do then okay. That goes up to the cave. We are... a few different ways we can go. Let's go down this way. So far, it's Dead World 1, Astrid 0, Babbaginator. Okay, well, something. The goal is to get to someplace warm quickly. I think what we want is we want to get to... well, we'd like to get matches, but I think it's also worth trying for all the cattails. We have that cattail supply. That could be pretty amazing. We found the tooth. Okay. So the goal is never to let any of our meters get in the red. And to only sleep for 6 or 7 hours at a time. Already off to a good start. We have matches and a flare. But since we're about to go indoors, we are not going to take the matches. We're not going to light a fire. Oh, except we will need water. Everyone in their complimentary copy of Frozen Angler. Food. It's cold in here though. We are not warm in here. Okay. Problem. We're not warm. Have to keep moving. Knife! Oh, score. That'll make crafting clothing plausible. Well, we need sewing kit still, but we can craft other stuff. I think we'll go to the mine. Oh, the mine's not close by. Okay, is this one warm? It's just cold like the other ones. Just need clothing. No. There's 0. We'd be fine if, as long as we started a fire. No! No, no, no. Fail. Why? Used up all our firewood too, or most of it. Don't need that. Who's out here? This guy. Well, we can at least get to someplace that has water. Yeah, the constant blizzards are miserable. We just need another layer of clothing would be fine, but... Yeah, I can't believe we lost our accelerant to that sudden windstorm. Knocked us completely out of all our materials right off the bat. Okay, let's try this again. We're warm. We'll take that. Huzzah! Crackers! Just need pot and a pan. Score water. Just need a sewing kit and start fixing ourselves up here. Okay, let's make some torches. Do we want to stick around or want to keep moving? See if there's anything we missed. I don't think we missed anything. Let's keep moving. Except for we're cold. Cold is death. Cold as death. Okay, we'll lose a match and we'll just sleep it off here. Let's try to move someplace else. Or at least grab more sticks. Hey V, welcome back. Thanks for the sub. We're trying our hand at Dead World. This is our second attempt. Our first one ended tragically when we ate fish that we thought we had finished cooking, but we got interrupted. The fire had gone out, the fish wasn't done, and we got food poisoning after already recovering from food poisoning once. So we were not going to strive. But we should give a shout out here for EV. Ooh. EV. What? Another crab's treasure? What is that?
Boy. They are absolutely a pain in the dick to bear. Yeah.
So AV, this is my second attempt ever at doing doing Dead World. So last night was my first attempt. Tonight's my second attempt. We are regrettably out of fuel right now, so I think we'll just use a flare. Yeah, the fish definitely did the number on poor Astrid. It was actually a pretty good run, honestly. If I hadn't messed up on the food poisoning and been a little bit too, I was a little too cavalier about cold damage. It just took. But we had gotten like an expedition parka, we had gotten a peacoat. Yeah, it was looking pretty good gear-wise. But alas, we are back to being basically penniless. Anything else? Okay, I think we should make a run for the mine. Oh, looks like we got another house. We'll try this house. This is the... A while back there was a tournament for Dead World. I think this is medium base loot. Yeah, this was the Dead World 2.0 tournament, which I was unavailable. I couldn't play in it. I was busy with something else. So this is the code that I was given for it. So as far as I can tell, let's see, how can we see this? Let's see. Can we tell what code we use somewhere? No, I don't think so. Hey, Tormuse, we're doing Dead World. Yeah, we started last night and we ended up accidentally eating raw fish after surviving one round of food poisoning already. So that Dead World run lasted 3 days before death. This one's a brand new one. We're hoping for better things. Last run had excellent clothing. This run, a little bit slow. But, let's do... Oh, what happened was I had been cooking the fish on the ice. And I put a couple pieces of coal on the fire. And the weather seemed pretty calm, so I just passed time, picked up the fish, ate it. But I did it so quickly I didn't notice until too late that the fire had gone out because the wind had changed. And so it warned me too late that the fish was raw. So. But yeah, usually it warns you. I just zipped right through it, and my fault. So I'm all settled in, pretty much settled in, to my new place for the summer. Let's see. Nothing hiding around him, huh? Nope. Okay, so I think what we'll do... We're warming up. Might be able to make it over to the... Oh, we don't have a bedroll. Okay, what am I doing? Yeah, the last run we found a bedroll basically on day one. And this run we do not have bedroll. So.
the butt.
Nice.
Wow. Okay.
Make a lot of teas, I guess. Yes, I was thinking that. I was like, yeah, finally. Yep, why did I do it that way? We still had sleep time left. I want to cook these. No! Wasted a match. We don't have that many matches. Come on, Astrid. Get it together. Okay. Guess what we're doing is... we do have a knife this time. I do believe we have a sewing kit, so... like that. Okay, we need to cover our head and hands. Okay, no more frostbite. Nothing else there. I think we can make another head wrap. Or we could repair something. Yeah, cooking 5 feels so very distant right now. Okay. In this challenge, it has birch bark on. So if we can get to some place with birch bark, then we're set. get some coal. And tea. I don't believe so. I think the trying to think if there's any way I can show you what it was. Okay, so this saves here. We'll just pop out here for a second. I'll just start a new one. Sorry, custom. So this is what we got here. Medium baseline, noon start, blizzard, no indoor spawns. Very high for weather variability and blizzards. High rate for world gets colder, wind variability, aurora frequency. Very high on all the calorie, thirst, fatigue, freezing rate. Very high on hypothermia and frostbite. Yes, you can get parasites, dysentery, no sprains. That's an interesting one, but food poisoning, broken ribs. And then scurvy is on as well. Birch bark is on. Very high decay rate. Low loose items. High empty. Medium frequency for sticks, etc. Starting gear low. Medium plant. Item container item density is reduced at high, and then everything else is turned off. Yeah, so I think it's yeah, so that's what we got. Okay, so we're back in here. I keep forgetting to make the tinder. I need to do that. Well, the wind's picking up again. I just need some more torches. Okay. Good luck. Let's find some good loot. Right bar. Take. Do, 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 do. Okay. Figures. Whew. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Main strategies are to make certain that you have a lot of coal. um, to try to get to cooking 5 if you can, which is nearly impossible, but okay, let's keep moving. But yeah, clothing, matches, as much coal as you can get. Oh, you know what? Might regret this, but we'll do it here. Hey, old guy. Hey, welcome in. No worries. We are trying to survive Dead World. This is my second attempt. First attempt ended in double food poisoning. Yeah, carcasses are still around, so you can try to harvest them to get yourself better gear. But since it's medium loot on this particular tournament setting, and I was mentioning before that this is based on a tournament code that I was given for a tournament that I never ended up having time to participate in. So figured like a year later I'd finally get around to doing the tournament, or at least see what it's like. I think Dead World scared me because it's like there's no hunting, so how do you build a big stockpile of food? Cattails. Oh, we should give a shout out here to Old Guy as well. Yeah, my pleasure. Let's see what we're gonna do here. I mean, is salt actually useful for anything? Are we ever going to find ptarmigan? You use salt for anything other than cooking broth? Okay, so broth uses salt but requires ptarmigan. I have a sneaky suspicion that yeah, I think the only one who uses it is broth, and so if you don't have access to ptarmigan, which I think is the case since we can't hunt because there's no birds. In your regular Loper game, you came to the conclusion that salt is worth the quarter kilo to carry around, since broth has more calories than the meat used to make it. Oh. Yeah. Yep. Super annoying. Well, if we could just find a pot. We are just in toucan mode. I see a lantern. So we're going to probably wrap up here soon. I know this isn't as long as my usual stream, but we had a late start. I had a phone call to take. Ran a couple minutes longer and was starting already late, so... Let's run to the closet. Yay, food. So, I'm hoping... Put some new matches here somewhere. So yeah, now that I've mostly unpacked and settled into this new place, I think I will budget a little bit of time during my lunch hour to do a stream. Well, do a little bit of game development stream, I think tomorrow. Yeah. Wonderfully prescient of our needs. Hey, bedroll! Not moving that. Okay, I can feel myself getting sleepy. Sleepy, sleepy, sleepy. So I finished searching the Quonset and... So much cooking oil. Oh yeah, what do we got? We don't need all these. Okay, so this is day 1, probably into day 2 here. We'll read a poem, so we'll make it to the morning and we will read a poem. And then we'll go raid someone. Okay. 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 I'm gonna save here because I'm getting sleepy. Okay, so we are on day 1, almost day 2. Let's find something to read. Check and see what we got. Yeah, let's try something else. Wow, like the last couple streams, it's all been from Babbage's stream. Okay. Let's do something from here. This is from my first book of poetry, The Lost Country of Sight, published by Anhinga Press, winner of the 2007 Philip Levine Prize, published in 2008. There we go. My father as landscape. My father is a forest in winter, where death has cast her gray nets wide over the outstretched limbs. He is not the pale skin of snow, nor what lies beneath. Last year's leaves pooling in remembered red, the tumbled nests of wrens, the bones of sparrows lightened by sorrow, whatever the winds have laid down in their paths. He is the bear who lingers at the edge of the frozen creek, though the blackberries are gone. He is the tree split by a summer storm, the last of the pollen caught in an awkward breeze, the deer stepping back out of the light. But I am not a forest. I'm a road cutting through its midst. I am what the mountain yields, the path through tall shadows of pines and maples. I'm the line that stitches the earth, my body an unending arc of stone and gravel. I am the eye, the sight, the sign at the edge of a ravine before the drop to nothing. I'm the steel rail on which you lean, the cross, and the wild flower burning against the dark. So this is kind of a strange poem that originated during it would probably be back in the spring of 2007, in the last few months of my father's life, as he was in the late stages of ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease. So his body was shutting down around him. He was in hospital. I don't think we'd moved him to hospice yet, but I was living in Vancouver, or on the outside of Vancouver at the time, and my parents had moved to Penticton, which was my father's hometown. So we would go, I was close enough, I was about 5.5 hours drive, that I would drive to Penticton on the weekends and spend time helping my mother care for my father. And when he was at home, and then when he was in hospital, spending time with him there. So every weekend I would be driving through the mountains, from Vancouver into the Okanagan Valley, and going through the mountains. And I started to think about like the changing of the seasons, thinking about all these things that stop, that pause or that step back, all the wildlife that's retreating, as the seasons change, or the ones that emerge, as the season changes. And, in some weird way, it kind of meshed together, and thinking about my father, at this late stage of his life. He wasn't very old. He was 59. but the body shutting down around him, and that I don't know how to explain the poem. Really, it just kind of came together, and this contrast between him, in this late stage of winter, transforming into a new season, and myself as this person, this mind traveling through the landscape that's in this process of being forever changed. Um, and so I think that's how the poem came together, was thinking about it in that sort of way of abstraction, of stepping out of the life I was living, and sort of thinking about things in that hyper realistic way. One of the things that you do as a writer sometimes, when you can't write directly about grief or about fear or about loss, is you step to the side and you find a different path to writing about it. And so for me, writing about my father as a landscape, and then thinking about I'm constantly traveling through that landscape, both literally traveling through that mountain landscape, and then also metaphorically, all this time in the vehicle, thinking about, the life that I lived and my family and my father, and traveling through that even while I was, on my way to go see him. Yeah. So the other thing, this is kind of a morbidly funny thing. So one of the trips that I would make, one time I was making this trip back and forth, and I was like, I need something to listen to instead of listening to just the sound of the road, or listening to whatever terrible selection of music that I had available at the time. I thought I should find something, a book on tape that I could listen to while I travel. And so, can you think of like a worse choice in sort of the context of, being a son about to lose a father, a worse choice of book on tape to listen to than Cormac McCarthy's The Road? Because that's what I did. I listened to The Road while doing that trip. I was like thinking, it's an amazing book, and it's also profoundly sad. Because I don't know, it was just like it's the type of thing that poets do to themselves, writers do to themselves, to put themselves in these like situations, and you think like, why did I choose to do that to myself? But I mean, yeah, it was weirdly the right and the wrong thing to do. But yeah, so that I think is buried somewhere in the poem too, is probably that sort of sense of, Cormac McCarthy's The Road has a lot of that movement. These two people moving through this landscape of this dystopian landscape, a landscape that's collapsing, failing around them, as society fails and as all these other things fail. So yeah, so it's a little behind the poem about that one, and yeah, and I think I kind of did it for the catharsis of it. Is like, then it's articulated, then it's something that's out there, and I'm in the privacy of my own vehicle as I'm making that trip back and forth. It is a fantastic book. I mean, Cormac McCarthy is just an amazing writer. He is a poet. He's a fiction writer who writes so well that many of his lines just are poetry, and it's one of the things I enjoy reading really well written books. I also enjoy like a good story, and sometimes I'll forgive a certain stylistic simplicity, I guess I would call it. There are great writers writers that I enjoy reading their work because they can tell a great story, which doesn't always mean that they tell it with like fantastic lyric style. Sometimes they just know the right way to tell the story. So I would count like Louis L'Amour as one of the great storytellers in American literature. Which isn't to say that he's not a prose stylist. He's not someone that writes with like this incredible elegance and poetic nature. No, no, but he can tell like a good yarn. It's like you're pulled into the story. You care about like the action, the momentum of the story is fantastic. And you're just pulled along. You want to see how it all plays out. You're excited to see, whether it's a gunfight or a fist fight or some other struggle. It's somehow he nailed it. He knew how to tell those stories. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna take a break here, I guess, and we'll catch up again tomorrow night. Let's figure out who we can go raid. I'm going to get some sleep since I have to be up early tomorrow. Wow, there's like practically no one streaming right now. How is this a thing? Wow, no one streaming TLD. Oh yeah, let's see who we're following that's doing something interesting. Is that weird? Yeah, this is really weird. Wait, who's live? Huh. Like, no one's really on right now. Super weird. Let's try it again. See if there's like I feel like I just looked and there's like okay, let's see here. Yeah. Perfect Trip's doing Arc. Deadpool's doing Dead by Daylight. Zaldor is doing Lost at Sea. I don't know. Does anyone have a preference? Maybe we'll just drop in on Perfect Trip. Okay, that's a weird moment to drop in. Chainsaw. Wow. What a weird game. Alright. Arc. Strange. Okay, yeah, we'll drop in. Thanks again for hanging out with me tonight. Otherwise, yeah, we'll just hang out with Perfect Trip. Although it's kind of a weird moment to hang out with them. But still. Okay, so let's do that. Let's get that raid underway. Thank you all for hanging out. We'll be back again tomorrow night. And I might be on tomorrow afternoon even to do a little bit of game dev with you guys. So see you then in either case. Good night, and we'll catch you again soon.